Hey, what's up, guys? It is Flash Gamer 22 here with a all-new NBA 2K17 MyGM series with the Seattle Supersonics, and I will be basically continuing where we left off. We just simulated through the All-Star break. I simulated this game against the Spurs. We ended up winning. So I just want to check out the box score. Durant had a game, a really good one too. 11 of 20 shooting, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 3 of 7 from the three-point line. He finished with 29 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals. He with a negative 3 plus minus to show for it. But Montrezl Harrell had himself a game. Only 6 points and 6 rebounds, but he did that on 3 of 9 shooting. And he's just become a force on this rebounding line. If you just check out Montrezl Harrell's stat line, you will see he's grown as a player since I drafted him in the expansion draft. And that's why I retained his contract for this past season, because he's grown in points. Like, with his rookie season in Houston, he was barely coming off the bench. He's still coming off the bench, I think. I'm not sure. He could be starting too. Maybe that's why he's improved so much. But this guy was in the battle for most improved player. Let me see. Where's the awards here? Award races. Most improved player. He's still in in the running for most improved, but Shabazz Napier is still there. And you had some more players on our team that were in some runnings for some awards, but they're no longer there for some reason. But I do believe we have a pretty solid team, and we have a good future in Markelle Fultz. I did change his number, guys, because remember, he was wearing 20, and though 20 hasn't been retired for the Supersonics, at least in this game mode and in this situation, it should have. I believe it's retired for Oklahoma City, or maybe not. But either way, it should be retired for either a future Supersonics team should they come up, or a Oklahoma City's team, because Gary Pitt and Sean Kemp, those guys need their numbers retired. If their numbers aren't retired by any team, then that's just sad, because both of them are. I'm not sure if Sean Kemp's in the Hall of Fame, but I do know Gary Payton is. And he deserves to have his number in the rafters somewhere. Even if it isn't with Seattle and Milwaukee. Well, he barely played with Milwaukee, or in Miami or in Boston or something like that. LA. He should have his number retired somewhere. So I did change Markelle Fultz's number, our roster, back to Montrezl Harrell, as I was saying. He's improved. He averaged 1.7 rebounds a game. Then that just jumped up to 2.3 rebounds more. And now that's 1.8 rebounds more. So he's slowly grown as far as rebounding is concerned. His field goal percentage has gone down, but that's understandable, because playing so little minutes close to the paint, obviously you're going to make a lot of your shots. But what really impressed me is the amount of offensive rebounds per game. He's grown 0.7 each year, and then the amount of points he's putting in, 3.6 points, jumping all the way to 14.7 points, a growth of 11.1 points per game. Nearly screwed up my math there. But then you can also realize he was doing this in 9.7 minutes, and that's jumped to 29.2 minutes. So he's doing this all with 20 more minutes a game. So I guess that's understandable. So anyway, we are going to check out our next opponents. Obviously, I'm actually probably going to simulate to the end of the year in this episode, just because I feel like I've been holding back a little bit, and I want to get through so that we can actually get into some playoffs. Right now we're the 14th seed, and we beat a Spurs team. I don't know where the Spurs are ranking right now, but the Spurs should be ranking I'm guessing top 8 because in their conference, because they're the Spurs, and the Spurs are legit. The Spurs are legit, so I'm assuming San Antonio is ranking top 8. And just because they have, I was right. They're second in the Western Conference, and we beat them by 9 points, which doesn't make sense, 2K. But we beat them. We beat them here too. We lost here, but we beat them twice in a row after that loss. So we did take it out to San Antonio, but we beat them twice thereafter. So I am pleased with the fact that we are winning against these big money teams, but this is kind of reminding me of a situation where we can beat like top tier teams like Cleveland in an insane score of 201 to 193, where Jonathan Isaac scores 38 points. Wow. Okay. Let me see if there's any other insane scoring games. Oh, this one is. This one 179 to 118, where we just got destroyed. Durant had a really good game, but he got a minus 34, plus minus. So, actually, no, never mind. He didn't. 11 of 29 field goal percentage. I take that back. Durant had a horrendous game from the field, but he put up good stats. Paul George had a good game. Is there anyone that put up a positive plus minus? No. No one put up a positive plus minus on our team, so that just goes to show that we're struggling in the fact of staying consistent. So we gotta be a little more fly when it comes to being consistent, working on this team chemistry, and actually playing good basketball. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do this upcoming off season, but we gotta simulate the rest of the season in order to do that. So let's go ahead and sim to the end of the season. Go here. So we started this sim. We beat the Sixers, and I'm guessing we beat the Lakers. So we are going to increase the team chemistry by 30 because I want my team. Now we're winning games. And then we lose to Utah. We won like 5 in a row, and then we lost to Utah. But we beat Golden State. Wait, this is without Durant, but still, Golden State has pretty much everybody else. And they added some guys. They lost Iguodala, but they got Ish Smith from us. We traded Ish Smith to them. They still have Pat McCaw, who's an interesting prospect that I'm actually looking to acquire. Seattle could use a guy like McCaw. But Durant had a hell of a game, nearly a triple-double, but again, horrendous shooting for Durant. He still got a positive plus-minus. Norman Powell had a pretty good game, 19.6 rebounds. Jordan Mickey had a double-double. Markelle Fultz, the rookie, showing up, nearly having a double-double, also putting up 3 rebounds and 1 steal. On 5 of 5 3-point shooting. Jonathan Isaac had a good day as well. 14 points, 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, 5 of 6 from the field. Ian Clark also had a good day, 3 of 3 from the 3-point line, 13 points. And Montrezl Harrell put up 12 points, but only 3 rebounds. So I feel like Montrezl Harrell could get better at rebounding. And once he is, because he's more of a developmental player, and he's actually played really well for us. I wasn't expecting a guy like Montrezl Harrell to actually make a big impact like he has. So I am really happy. I am. Zaza Pachulia, our acquisition in the previous episode, he had put up 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal on 3 of 4 shooting, so he had a pretty good game. And Nurkic put up 3 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, no steals, 1 block, and 1 turnover on 1 of 2 shooting. Okay, so let's continue the sim. We lose to Oklahoma City, but we do beat both LA teams. We take another L to the Timberwolves. We beat Phoenix. We beat Utah. we're moving up in the standings. If we can continue winning most of these games, I could actually see us making the playoffs at the 8th spot, but I doubt it because they probably have a decent advantage on us. But I am very satisfied. By the way, if you notice, I changed Brandon Lloyd's hair. It's green now. I decided to take my career series off the channel, just because I felt like I wanted to focus on one type of game mode on 2K, and I really felt like I was better at MyGM and My League and these scenario situations than I was at live comms and post comms. And don't worry, I'm not bailing on those, so you will see gameplay on this channel. It's just that I'm working on improving that, and so right now I want to show you the best content I have. Right now, I have a lot to improve, I know, so this is not, I know this is not the best I can do. I know I can do much better, and I'm working on trying to show you guys that I can prove to you that I can do much better than this. But hopefully you still enjoy this. I mean, I'm not saying this is completely crappy. I am putting in effort. It's not like I'm not, but I just want to know that there's a whole lot better, a whole lot more, and a whole lot better coming to the channel. So hopefully I'll enjoy this. But let's continue. So I will reiterate this several times. I am not doing your coaching job, okay? I am not hired as a head coach, which is something that they need to take out of MyGM. You don't do the trainer's job. You don't do the head coach's job. You're a general manager. A general manager is like, sure, you can adjust the rotation, but keep that as a manual feature. Don't have the coach keep on pestering you about editing the rotations or changing the training, or players complaining about the training. Like, why would the general manager what is there? Why is there a trainer? What is the trainer there for? So 2K needs to change that, and they will eventually, because I know 2K, if people keep on complaining about it, 2K will eventually change it. So we have reached level 23 already, and I want to do trade negotiation just because. Rookie of the Year, Markelle Fultz. If you remember looking back at the awards, it was Harry Giles that was in the lead, but Markelle Fultz, that's a surprise, actually, for me. I was not expecting that. I am very proud of Markelle Fultz for winning that award. So Markelle Fultz takes Rookie of the Year, averaging 11.2 points per game and 9.9 assists and 1.4 steals. The guy averaged nearly a double-double, putting up 4.4 rebounds and 1.4 steals. He had a fairly decent free throw shooting day and had a pretty good three-point percentage, better than LeBron James. But anyway, we all know LeBron isn't a consistent three-point shooter, but he did average a near triple-double during the season, so props to him for winning his 5th MVP. Jeremy Lin wins 6th Man of the Year. LeBron James takes DPOY, and Austin Rivers takes Most Improved Player over a potential candidate from our team, Montrezl Harrell, but I'm pretty sure he can win it in the future if he keeps on improving like he has so far. And then Andrew Mason wins Coach of the Year, and so does Jonathan Shipp. Crazy last name. I did not swear, guys. I did not swear. You did not see me swear. You could see the screen. It's Ship, as in boat ship with an extra P. Just letting you know. Anyway, all NBA first team. James Harden, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Paul George, and Andre Drummond. Very deserving, especially since Andre Drummond has evolved into one of the best centers of the league. Funny story about Andre Drummond. I remember his rookie year, I read an article about him, and there were trade rumors that he was going to be traded to the Celtics. And it's just funny to see now how he's like the best player on that Pistons team, and there's no way they would trade him. All-NBA second team, you got Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Anthony Davis, Draymond Green, and Karl Anthony Towns. All-NBA third team, you got John Wall, D'Angelo Russell, Nicholas Batum, Gordon Hayward, and Nikola Jokic. And then you got the defensive first team is John Wall, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Draymond Green. and Andre Drummond. Defensive second team is Chris Paul, Jimmy Butler, Paul George, Anthony Davis, and DeAndre Jordan. And all rookie first team, you got the representative from the Seattle Supersonics, Markelle Fultz. Sorry, I'm forgetting what pick he was drafted in, but I will figure that out in just a second, guys. Anyway, you got Markelle Fultz, Jason Tatum, Harry Giles, De'Aaron Fox, and Dennis Smith. Then you got Ivan Rabb on the all-rookie second team, a guy that I took last year in my Denver Nuggets series. I did take that series down, but if you guys were able to catch that before I took it down, you would have seen that I drafted Ivan Rabb, and he was a beast, really. So I didn't want to take him twice, and he wasn't as highly ranked as he was last year, so I didn't take him. Then you got Jared Allen, Jonathan Isaac, who is on the all-rookie second team, representing from Seattle, Justin Jackson, and Marquez Bolden, or Marquez Bolden, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. So you got the playoff matchup as Portland wins the number 1 overall seed, Golden State takes the number 2 overall seed after losing Durant. San Antonio falls to 6th after being the 2nd overall seed. LA takes 3. Los Angeles Lakers get into the playoffs for the first time in a long time, being the 4th overall seed. And the 5th overall seed is the Houston Rockets. And then you got the 7th overall seed and the 8th overall seed being the Phoenix Suns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Phoenix finally making a playoff berth after near missing for the past few years, and then last year not even making it close. On the Eastern Conference, you got Cleveland as usual, number 1. New Orleans. Now, this is funny. With the expansion franchise Seattle, New Orleans, however you pronounce it, the Pelicans were kicked to the Eastern Conference. So, with the addition of the Seattle Supersonics, there's 31 teams. It's an unbalanced. New Orleans is now on the Eastern Conference. So, congratulations, New Orleans fans. You got a better chance of making the playoffs now, or you got a worse chance, depending on whether you think the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference is better. By the way, leave a link in the description on which leave a link in the description. My bad. Leave a comment comment down below, saying which conference do you think is better, Eastern or Western. So you got Cleveland and New Orleans, the 1 and 8 seeds, the 4 and 5 seeds. Philadelphia finally making the playoff berth. And then you got the Washington Wizards. And then after that, you got the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. And then the Toronto Raptors and Detroit Pistons. So pretty much last year's teams with the addition of Philadelphia and Washington instead of Miami and Charlotte. And New Orleans instead of... who made it last year? New Orleans instead of... Atlanta, I believe, yes. So let's simulate the playoffs and see what happens, guys. So the first round is looking to be over. Let's just simulate the rest of the round. So Portland beats Minnesota in 5. The Lakers beat Houston in 6. San Antonio beats the Clippers in a sweep. And Phoenix takes Golden State in 7. Come on, 2K. 7 teams. Wow, especially after the big 3 on this team goes ham. Ooh. Dang, Phoenix looking nice. Devin Booker putting up 24 points. Brandon Knight and Eric Bledsoe. Okay, that's understandable. But I don't like it when, like, every year 2K makes the worst team possible beat, like, the best team possible. Like, a team like Portland as the number 1 seed. Yeah, we all know, 2K, that Portland made the playoffs without having 4 of their 5 starters from the year before. But that does not mean they're going to be the number 1 team. Oh, well. And they were I believe they were the number 1 team last season as well. So that's ridiculous. On the Eastern Conference, you got Cleveland and Washington making it. And after that, Washington beats Cleveland in 5 games? Come on, 2K. How is that realistic? Let's see who's on the Wizards roster. Oh, actually, I could see this team winning. I actually could see this team winning. Never mind. I could see because it has a lot of depth. I could see this team winning. Um, Detroit beating Boston. Now I thought Detroit was a very capable team that just wasn't consistent enough to make a top seed. But they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, so props to Detroit. Let's see. They added Taj Gibson to the roster, so that was a good veteran addition. They added Nitalikina, Frank Nitalikina. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. And then you got Henry Allison as a rookie this year from Marquette. So you got Washington and Detroit and the Lakers and Phoenix. I remember watching Kobe Bryant's last series wearing the number 8 in 2006, playing Phoenix in the first round, blowing a 3-1 lead to the Phoenix Suns. So this is a cool rematch without Kobe, without Nash, without D'Antoni's run and gun, 7 seconds or less offense, without Sean Marion or Amari Stoudemire. I believe Sean Marion. Maybe Sean Marion wasn't even in that series. Let me know if he wasn't in the comments down below. So we're gonna simulate, and the Lakers sweep, and the Pistons escape in 7 games. So this is a rematch of the 2004 NBA Finals right here, and the Lakers got beaten 5. So can the Lakers enact revenge here against Detroit? Let's see. And let's see if they can, I think, take or tie Boston with the most championships. What? I got interrupted. The Lakers had a 2-0 lead, and then Detroit won 4 straight. Yo, Detroit gets their 4th NBA title ever. And their 5th finals appearance ever. After coming back from a 2-0 deficit. I literally thought the Lakers were going to enact revenge against the Pistons for losing in the 2004 NBA Finals 5 games in a gentleman's sweep. But, Detroit had none of that, as Andre Drummond leads their team to a title. A 7th-seeded team winning a title is now officially the lowest-seeded team ever to win an NBA championship, I believe. I think. I'm not sure if an 8th-seeded team has won an NBA championship, but hey, new things happen every day. I seriously thought the Lakers would win. Ooh, let's just look. Let's just look at these scores. They lost 97-91, and then the Lakers lose by 5. And then the Lakers lose by 3 in overtime. And then they got crushed. Dang, man. The Lakers just choked down the stretch. So, to end off this episode, guys, just to basically end off the episode, I am going to be seeing these owner goals, reading them out to you. And hopefully y'all enjoyed the episode. It was a very surprising end to the season, man. To end to the year, the entire year, seeing the Lakers go down like that. I was not expecting. So I was not expecting that, honestly. So anyway, the owner, Kendrick Price, says, "Glad you stopped by in my office, Mr. Lloyd. There's a new goal I want you to accomplish. The 6th man on our team should have a roster of 73 overall or higher, so you should see that in the next episode. Might accomplish. Let's see what we can do. Assign a player rated 86 or higher. Oh, God, nah. Nah, man, I was able to land Durant last year, but I can't promise anything this year. Might accomplish. If I can do this." Now, this is where I beg to differ. Norman Powell was actually producing really well this year. I want to say hard to accomplish just because I believe in Norman Powell. I know you imagine all that, but I really imagine Norman Powell as a solid member of this team. So anyway, before we leave, let's just check out these basic things up to league meetings. So who retires? Jason Terry retires. Elton Brand retires. Meta World Peace retires. James Jones retires for us. Mike Dunleavy retires. And you got a bunch of people that haven't been signed in the last few years retiring. So Johnny O'Brien, a young guy retiring. Lowell Peterson, another young guy retiring. Staff retirement. Jacques Vaughn, the Nets assistant coach, retires after 30 years in the league. And then you got these league meetings, man. Give feedback. Let's see. One of the rules being considered is a division winners division winners get top 3 seeds in each conference. Division winners will get top 3 seeds in each conference based on records. Agree. Because that just gives you the incentive to win divisions. It also increases rivalries. Eliminate the violation. Yeah, man. You know what? I'll also agree with this one. Oh. You know what? This is just for the lulz. This is just for the lulz, man. Man, honestly, I don't think it should, but oh my god. Dude, that would eliminate the Hack-a-Shack. That would not, I mean, it wouldn't eliminate the Hack-a-Shack, but this would eliminate bad free throw shootings. So, like, if Andre Drummond went and got hacked, I really hope this actually passes. Because if this would, like, mean that DeAndre Jordan, this would bring back the center. This rule right here would bring back the center, guys. That means if DeAndre Jordan got fouled, he would get 2 points. He would not, on a shooting foul, he would get 2 points. This eliminates the foul rules, so that means it makes the game a little more safe, and it brings back the center. So I wholeheartedly agree with this. That I really like this automatic points, man. I really hope it passes. Oh, this is another one I agree on. Dude, we need to bring the center position back. I really hope they pass the last 2, legit. They're probably not, but I really hope. Oh, damn. Oh, sorry guys for swearing. I was really hoping automatic points would be granted, but the 5-second to 3-second to 5-second rule is approved, so that's good. Hopefully next year they can bring this one back. I was really hoping this one would pass. I'm assuming once you buy the team, you can actually vote on this. But, like, I was really praying that this one would pass, because this would just make the center position OP. I thought that this would actually be legit, but because it would just increase the camaraderie and the rivalry. But I do like this. I really was hoping that this would be approved. But, like, I mean, you got 10 people on board for it. Maybe next year it will be approved, guys. But the center position has a little more room now to grow. 5 seconds in the key instead of 3 seconds in the key. Hopefully next year they can bring back automatic free throws. I think that would really help centers out a lot. Because I'm a fan of that old style of play where the centers would dominate. But I like shooting. Don't get me wrong. I like the stretch shooters. But I just don't like center shooting threes. I like stretch fours. So I like power forwards stretching out. I do not like centers like DeMarcus Cousins and Karl Anthony Towns shooting threes. It just seems artificial to me. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, you don't have to agree with me. You can disagree. It seems artificial when a center is like swishing a three. It takes the fun out of the game if a big man is good at shooting threes, because now these kids are now forced to be good at shooting threes, and not all kids are good at shooting, because the next generation of NBA talent is now is literally forced into that situation. So I really, if it were up to me, I would not I just want to bring the center back. I think the NBA should actually literally take a page out of 2K's book here and enact rules that kind of bring the center position back, because those were really, I believe those were like the glory days of the center. The glory days of the center ended in like 2004, 2005, really. Once they started allowing zone defenses and stopped the illegal defense rule, that pretty much changed the NBA. It made it a lot softer than it used to be, in my opinion. But I do believe today is the prime of the NBA. It's at its height in popularity, and it's enjoyable to watch. It really is. It's just that I just like the see centers more involved traditionally. So that's just my opinion. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the episode, guys. It was a 30-minute episode, but hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are new. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.